You ever felt like a woman was into you, but something didn't add up? Her words said yes, but her energy whispered run. Most men, they look at her face, her smile, her words. But here's the brutal truth. What gives her away is her feet. Yeah, you heard me. Her feet. They're like her emotional compass, always pointing where her feelings really are. You just never knew how to read them, until now. Today, we're diving into the underrated, misunderstood, and strangely accurate world of female body language through her feet. If you master what I'm about to show you, you'll start noticing things most men never see. There's what every man sees, and then there's what she never meant to show. If you're done with surface-level advice and ready to tap into the raw psychological truth about women, attraction, and power, then this is your moment. Welcome to the members-only room, a private, curated space for men who don't chase. They observe, they understand, and they command. Inside, you'll unlock exclusive content not released on YouTube, raw, deep, and too real for the public. A free ebook, The Female Mind Control Handbook, How to Read a Woman's Body Like a Book, instantly downloadable the moment you join. Advanced Stoic Psychology to Master Your Emotions and Her Attention. Real breakdowns of female behavior patterns, what she shows, what she hides, and what it really means. This is for men ready to see what others miss. To stop guessing, to stop reacting, and to start leading from the inside out. No gimmicks, no pickup lines, just clarity, control, and quiet dominance. Join now, claim your free ebook, and step into a world most men will never even know exists. Click the link in the description to enter the members-only room. But a warning, once your eyes open, there's no going back. Let's go down this rabbit hole. Sign 1. The silent language beneath her toes. Let's rewind time. Picture this. You're at a coffee shop. She's talking to you, laughing at your jokes, playing with her hair. You think, I've got this. But under the table, where eyes don't often wander, her feet are pointed toward the door. She might as well have screamed, I want to leave. See, the feet are honest. They're primal. They don't lie the way the face does. In psychology, this is called subconscious directionality. It's when the body, without permission from the brain, points toward where it wants to be or who it wants to be with. If her feet are facing away from you, even if she's facing you with her upper body, it's a silent scream. It means she's physically there, but emotionally gone. But flip that. If her feet are pointed straight at you, knees slightly bent, relaxed. That's alignment. That's her whole body saying, you've got my attention. Now here's the chilling part. Some women are masters at pretending interest. They'll nod, smile, giggle, all the surface-level tricks. But their feet? They're the first to betray them. They twitch, shuffle, cross and uncross. They act fidgety when she's uncomfortable. If she keeps tucking her feet under the chair or hiding them behind a leg, she might be guarded, closed off, maybe even withholding something. Feet don't operate on social scripts. They don't care about being polite. If she likes you, her feet will mirror your position, especially if she starts mimicking your movements. You cross your ankle over your knee, then a few minutes later, so does she. That's connection. It's not about a magic trick. It's about noticing what 99% of men ignore. Ever seen a woman dangle her heel off the edge of her foot while talking to you? That's not just fidgeting. That's a deep, almost animal-level comfort signal. She feels safe, maybe even seductive. She's letting her guard down. Here's the kicker. Once you start seeing it, you can't unsee it. The nervous tapping, the foot bouncing when she's hiding something, the sudden freezing when something makes her uncomfortable. It's all in the feet. Her mouth may lie, her smile may mask, but her feet, That's where the truth sleeps. Sign 2. The feet that betray her thoughts. Let's make this personal. You ever been in a conversation where everything seems fine, but there's this nagging feeling in your gut, like something's off? That's your instincts catching what your brain's ignoring, and often it's her lower body, especially her feet, that's screaming the truth. Why feet? Because they're at the bottom of the body's priority list when it comes to conscious control. She's managing her words, her smile, her eyes, but her feet, they're on autopilot. Let's break this down. When a woman is truly engaged, her entire body leans in, but more specifically, her feet won't sit still. They'll drift closer to yours. They'll stretch out, maybe even touch. That's subconscious attraction. She's unconsciously breaking the invisible barrier. Ever noticed a woman tuck her feet under herself or curl them around a chair leg? That's self-protection, defensive posture. It's like she's wrapping herself in a cocoon. That's not interest, it's caution. Let's get darker. A woman in danger, stress, or deep discomfort will instinctively pull her feet away from what she fears, even while smiling. That's how trauma responses work. This makes foot language incredibly valuable, especially if you want to be the kind of man who's emotionally intelligent and stoic, not just charming on the surface. Look at her stance when she's talking to someone she doesn't like versus someone she adores. Her feet will speak volumes. They get colder when there's tension. They'll cross tightly, stand stiff, or even angle toward the nearest exit. If you're on a date and she's into you, her feet will relax open, toes pointed out, ankles loose, movement fluid. It's like her whole body breathes easier around you. That's not something you can fake. You don't need to confront her about anything. You don't need to ask, "Are you okay?" every 5 seconds. Just look down. Her feet will tell you what her lips won't. In fact, one FBI profiler once said, "If you want to know if someone's lying, ignore the mouth. Watch the feet." Now here's the twist. A woman might not even know how she feels about you until you pay attention to what her body says when she's around you. That's the beauty of this. It's not about manipulation, it's about perception. You can't force her feet to point toward you, but if they do, you've got her full attention. Sign 3. When her heels speak louder than her words. Heels, flats, sneakers, barefoot. What a woman wears on her feet might just tell you more than what's in her heart. Let me explain. High heels aren't just fashion. They're a statement, a psychological weapon. A woman in heels is broadcasting confidence, dominance, or in some cases trying hard to impress. Now here's the kicker. Watch how she uses them around you. If she's standing in heels and shifting weight back and forth awkwardly, that's discomfort. If she leans onto one leg and lets the other heel dangle off, she's relaxed, comfortable, engaged. But it goes deeper. Pay attention to how she walks away. This is where most guys fail. If she walks off slowly, with a sway in her hips, her heels clicking rhythmically, she knows you're watching, and part of her wants you to. That's a power move. But if she walks off fast, short steps, no glance back, her mind's already left the room. Want to know if she's into you during a conversation? If she slips off her heel under the table or lets her foot brush against yours accidentally, it's not an accident. It's a silent invite, the foot equivalent of a whisper. But here's a twist you didn't see coming. The more comfortable a woman feels around you, the less careful she is with her feet. Think about it. Women are taught to sit a certain way, to be ladylike. But when she forgets all that, when she curls up barefoot, toes exposed, foot lightly touching your leg under the table, that's raw emotional safety. That's real. Now, if you want to decode her intention when she's wearing flats or sneakers, watch her stance. Is she bouncing on the balls of her feet? That's flirtation energy. Is she digging her heel into the ground? That's grounding. She's either defensive or trying to stand her ground. You don't need a psychology degree to read this. You just need to pay attention. Most men don't. Most are too focused on her lips or her chest or the way she twirls her hair. But you're going deeper. You're watching her foundation. Remember, her words are the storm, her eyes are the clouds, but her feet, that's the earth beneath it all. It's where the truth lives. Sign 4, the foot freeze. It happens in a flash. 1 second, everything's smooth, conversation flowing, eye contact sharp, laughter bubbling. But then something changes. You mention another woman, or maybe you casually check your phone, and suddenly her foot stops moving. That tiny tap, gone. That gentle sway, still as stone. That heel dangling seductively off her toes, planted firmly on the ground. This is what I call the foot freeze, and it's one of the most damning emotional shifts a woman can show. It's not conscious, she didn't plan it, but her nervous system just hit the brakes. In body language, when someone's feet suddenly stop moving, it means their body has entered caution mode. Like a deer that hears a twig snap, it freezes, processes, decides. This is where most men fail. They keep talking, joking, trying to fix things with words. But the Stoic man, he sees it. He notices the instant shift in her lower body, even if her face is smiling. And it's not always triggered by something bad. It could be vulnerability. Maybe you said something unexpectedly deep. Maybe you complimented her soul, not her looks. And suddenly, her brain is racing to process feelings she didn't expect to feel. Stillness is a sign of emotional intensity. But intensity can mean two things. She's pulling away or falling deeper. How do you know which? Watch what comes next. If she stays still, guarded, feet closed off, arms crossed, she's shutting down. Maybe she's scared. Maybe she doesn't trust you yet. Maybe you just touched a scar she wasn't ready to show. But if the stillness is followed by a reset, a deep breath, then her feet reopen, shift toward you, or she recrosses her legs toward your side. That's powerful. That means she didn't run. She stayed. She felt something and chose to stay vulnerable. It's moments like this that separate the boys from the men. A woman's emotional state is often hidden beneath the surface, buried beneath etiquette and performance. But her feet? They don't play by the rules. They react before her brain even catches up. Here's a tip. The next time she freezes, you freeze too. Don't fill the silence. Don't panic. Don't shift into fix-it mode. Let the moment breathe. You'll learn more from 5 seconds of stillness than 5 hours of fake flirting. Because the foot freeze doesn't lie. It's the body saying, something just shifted. And if you catch it, you'll always stay 2 steps ahead. Sign 5, the hidden dance. There's a kind of flirting that doesn't show up in words. It's not the laugh. It's not the hair flip. It's not the compliments or the playful teasing. It's deeper, subtle, unfiltered. It's the dance of the feet. And here's the wild part. Most women don't even know they're doing it. Have you ever been sitting with a woman and she's slowly stretching her foot toward you under the table, or rhythmically tapping it in your direction, maybe even lightly brushing your leg when she shifts? That's not just restlessness. That's instinctual playfulness. That's her body flirting before her brain gets the memo. It starts with proximity. When a woman is comfortable and interested, her feet start invading your space. Not aggressively, not obviously, but gradually. It might start with her leg brushing yours, Then her foot slips a bit closer. Then she crosses her legs in a way that opens her body to you, with her shoe almost touching yours. That's pre-verbal courtship. It's subtle, and it's powerful. Because when the feet lead, the heart is never far behind. Now let's talk about mirroring. If you cross your legs, and within a minute or two she does the same, her subconscious is syncing with you. It's not mimicry, it's rapport, emotional harmony. This is how dancers communicate, without speaking. And whether she knows it or not, her feet are already dancing with yours. Want to know if the attraction's real? Watch her posture reset. If she adjusts herself to be physically closer to you, feet pointing toward you, knees leaning in, toes touching yours, it's not accidental. Her body is literally drawing a line toward you. And if she's in heels and starts playing with them, dangling one off her toes, slipping her foot in and out, brushing it lightly against your calf, buddy, she's already made her move. This is the language of subtle seduction, the dance of unconscious desire. And here's what separates a Stoic man from every other guy in the room. He doesn't interrupt the dance. He doesn't call it out or joke about it. He watches, waits, mirrors back. He holds his ground and lets her come closer. Because when her feet start the dance, and she feels safe, her heart follows. So the next time you're with a woman and things feel electric, but you can't quite put your finger on why, look down. You might just see her feelings reaching for you. If this video peeled back something you'd never seen before, don't keep it to yourself. Drop a comment below. Have you ever noticed this before in a woman? Did something suddenly click from your past that you missed in the moment? Let's turn this into a vault of secrets, man to man, mind to mind. And if you found value in this, don't forget to like this video. Not for the algorithm, not for vanity, but because more men need to wake up, to stop listening to what's being said, and start noticing what's being shown. Subscribe if you're ready to see the world differently, to spot the invisible, to walk into any room and feel the shift without anyone saying a word. This is Stoicism in real time. This is power without needing to prove it, and it starts at her feet. Until next time, stay still, stay sharp, stay watching.